So I found my audition tape for America's Next Top Model. And it is hilarious because I have not seen this footage in over 12 years. And before I share the footage, I know there's someone out there right now who's struggling with just getting started, with being seen, with feeling like they just are not where they should be, that they are not good enough. Whether you feel like you're a little too rough around the edges, maybe your body isn't where you want it to be. Whatever you are telling yourself about why you can't do it right now, I hope that this next clip inspires you to not only start where you are, but to do it boldly, to do it loudly and proudly. Because the more you do anything, the better you get.
Around me and protecting me and, told me a lot of things about life, and I'm just ready to just, start my life and be this big time model that I've always dreamed of becoming. And definitely being from Philadelphia, it was very difficult. So I've been attending this church since about 8 years old. I was baptized here. I sung in the choir here. I praise dance here. I met so many great friends. The pastor here is incredible. He's like my biggest support system. He prays for me and he writes me like nice things on Facebook all the time. Just keeping me just motivated and just helping me stay grounded. So this church means a lot to me. Okay, this is Francisville Playground. This is our local park. This is where I grew up. I had a lot of good memories here. You can't always win, but it's not about how you fall. It's about how you deal with falling and how you get back up. So I'm definitely glad. It taught me a huge lesson, and even though it was something so small, it meant so much to me. It's big for me. It taught me a lot. It was a great moment in my life, and I'm just ready to make more good moments, and I'm ready to take on bigger things and do bigger things, and I'm ready to just go as far as I can go. Just give me my wings and I'll fly. I'm just so ready for whatever.
Watching this back made me so emotional. I remember when I first finished the show and I went on the blogs to see what people were saying about me. And one of the biggest criticisms was that I was ugly and that I was so ghetto and uneducated. And I remember Tyra's biggest critique of me was that I spoke so fast that she knows that I would never be a spokesmodel or do anything in speaking. And she was right at that time. I spoke way too fast. As y'all can see, it was motor mouth. It was just, the words were spilling out, right? You don't know sometimes what you need to improve until you step out into the real world. I was very much a product of my environment. And I'm not saying that in a condescending or negative way. It's just the reality. At that point, I had never been out of Philly. I just had big dreams. I knew I wanted more for my life, and I was unwilling to settle. I knew I could do great things, and I was willing to get there. And I wanted to make sure I did it with God. I wanted to make sure I did it righteously, and that's exactly what I did. Criticism is important because what it does is that it gives you room to not only be aware of what you're not great at, but it allows you to find ways to improve. Now, one thing that Tyra never told me was that I could get better. When she told me that criticism, it was almost like I had hit my ceiling. There was no way she could see me going beyond where I was. So as I look at this footage and as I look at the woman I've become, the waterworks. Because wow, you really can get better. If you believe in yourself, if you can take a punch, I took a lot of punches. If you can fail, I failed a lot. But all in all, I just didn't stop. And that's the sauce. That's the secret. Don't let nobody tell you who you can be, what you can't do. Figure it out. Do it scared. Do it broke. Do it ghetto. Do it ugly. Just make sure you do it.